Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. This week I wanted to talk to you guys about my trip to Korea, and we were there for about a month, so I have so much footage of Korea I want to show you guys week by week. So I'll be doing a series. If you want to follow for more content, please like and subscribe. Let's get started. So our trip was actually from the end of December all the way to end of January. So we booked our flights a couple of weeks before Christmas, and it was like a Tuesday or Wednesday. We got to LAX. It wasn't crowded. We knew that in Korea there was a lot of snow during the winter time, and it was very, very cold. There were chilling winds, and a lot of people were sick during this time. So we had heavy jackets and heavy coats, but at the same time, we only had one bag to check in per person and one carrier for each person. We didn't want to pack too much because we knew we were going to go crazy in Korea and buy a ton of stuff to bring back home. After checking in our bags and getting our tickets, we went to the business class lounge. There were a few selections, but the food wasn't that bad. I would rate the food maybe 7 out of 10, but the selection was few. I guess one of the perks was the ramen bar and having coffee. Obviously, coffee is a must. Flying business class was one of the best experiences, I want to say. Obviously, it is very expensive. The customer service is top notch in Korean Air. Like, the ladies are immaculate, they're so pretty, and they are so, I don't know, they're just so pretty and so good at customer service, and I rate it 10 out of 10. Food was so good. On the menu, they have 2 meals that are given to you since it is an evening flight. They give you the first meal as like your dinner. So I had Korean bibimbap for the first meal, and then for my second meal I had the porridge, and both of them were so good. I think what made this experience awesome was just the customer service, and they do everything for you, so you don't need to move at all. You can just sit for 13 hours in your flight, unless you have to go to the bathroom, of course, but you can just sit there, watch TV or sleep or do whatever you need to do. Behind us there was actually a mom with a little baby who's crying, but it was actually not as bad as I thought. There is a lot of space between the seats, so you can actually recline your seat all the way back to almost 180 degrees, and you don't have to worry about hitting the person behind you or in front of you. We arrived at Incheon Airport in Korea, and it is so clean. Like, definitely as soon as you step off the plane and land in Korea, you will notice a huge difference. I feel like in Korea is so much cleaner. The way that they do healthcare and everything, like everything is so much more efficient and clean. And the drive from Incheon to Gyeongdong, which is where our hotel was about like an hour and a half with traffic. And in the morning, there's a lot of traffic. I would say it's like worse than LA traffic. If you've ever been in LA traffic, it is pretty bad. So we got to our hotel, and the view is spectacular. I love the view, and it's from a hotel called Nine Tree. I would highly recommend that hotel actually because it's foreigner friendly. They have English speaking front desk receptionists, and also customer service is great.
아직 아침이라 그래. 아직 아침이라 그래. 우리 벌써 나갔어 as a family. We're gonna go get hair. 병원에 다 나갔어. 찾았어. 머리에.
In the hotel building, there are a lot of floors. I think up to like 6 or 7 floors. The second floor, they had one of my favorite restaurants there. They sell yukgaejang, and yukgaejang is one of my favorite dishes.
수고하셨습니다.
네.
맛있게 드세요.
I always thought yukgaejang was spicy, but it doesn't have to be spicy. They sell it in a white non-spicy version, which is called white yukgaejang. Man, it was really good.
레전드 되나요? 이거를 파트를 나누는 거예요. 네, 수치는 거예요. 네, 수치는 거예요. 여긴 지금 너무 짧게 해놨거든요. 네. 네.
It was snowing a lot in Icheon. As you can see, like this view right here is where all the crops is supposed to be. So there are downtown and suburb areas in Icheon, but also rural areas where my husband's relatives live, and that's where we visited at this time. And usually they would, if it's not snowing, they would have a bunch of crops in season, and this is where they grow their crops and farm and bring the crops home. They use it to make food. Grandma is doing, and she spends a lot of time making food almost all day. And so when she has like family members coming over, this is kind of the style that we eat. So there are a lot of side dishes, a lot of meat, a lot of rice, soup, like you name everything, like you name anything, like is on table. As soon as I sat down, as soon as I ate, I was like tearing up because I was just so happy eating good food with family.
You just put yourself in your bed.
This is the king size kimbap that my grandma and my aunt prepared for us. It is by far the largest amount of kimbap that was in front of me. We visited our uncle's small restaurant, and I highly recommend this restaurant if you are ever touring there and you don't know where to eat. And near that restaurant is also like this Hanok cafe. Hanok is kind of like the Korean traditional houses, and so they decorated it with so many plants, and all the cafes that you go into Korea are super aesthetic, and I feel like you can take millions of pictures just being in one cafe. We ordered the daechucha, which is Korean jujubes, and also coffee. Give it a try. Jujubes are really good for like antioxidants, anti-inflammation, and stress and gut health. One of the places we visited or did there was the pottery. This is actually my first time doing anything like this, and it was actually very, very fun. And so I made a few plates and bowls, and we got to paint like a cup. It's a very fun dating experience, so if you ever want to come with your partner or significant other, this is a great way of dabbing into Korean culture and also having fun at the same time. So the hotel we were staying at in Icheon, they had heated floors, and they had this little wardrobe looking thing. I thought it was a refrigerator. By the looks of it, I think that you hang like your clothes there, like suits, jackets, or coats, and it will keep like the dust and maintain the quality of it. They had heated floors, which is a common thing in Korea. As soon as you walk into like a building or a house or a hotel, you will notice that the floors are heated, which is super awesome. So that is kind of like the overall look back of my first week in Korea, and we had a lot of fun, and obviously just being with your family and friends is something to be immensely grateful for and something that you can always look back and be happy. If you haven't already, please follow my channel and give it a thumbs up, and we'll see you next time.